But on to
prey.
The
main topic.
For those of you who haven't already, please consider following, hitting that like, hitting that subscribe, telling your friends, telling your parents, telling your family, telling everybody you know who's into the things that we all love. Yeah, hit us up on Patreon if you want to give them boys $1.
Oh,
is that what you were?
No, it was the 3-player mode. That's what I was
going
playing.
mode.
Bing, 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 but not with the 3.
No. Not with the
3.
Thank you, Simon.
Thank you so much, Simon. That's now his official name, Simon.
Simon.
Yeah. Simon says 3-player mode.
That's right.
You know.
All right, so Prey. It's the new Predator movie.
Yes.
Now the Predator is in the past, he's hunting Native Americans.
He's hunting down Comanches, bro.
Specifically Comanches.
Not just any Native Americans. Goddamn Comanches.
He's hunting anything in his past.
Yes. He's
like the Predator do.
Wow. He just happened to be in the worst place for him at the time. Okay, this is one of those movies that's such a straight line that there's no way to talk about this without spoiling shit. And so
overall feelings first.
Great.
Yeah.
Fucking great.
Sorry. I think
all right.
This
That's it.
is
it's just all right.
The best movie since Predator 1.
Right. Out of all the Predators is really good and all.
Right.
Right.
I think that Predator.
This is the most pure Predator movie.
Right. This might be my second favorite Predator movie.
And I would
maybe
almost
third,
say
2 or 3 right there.
Dude, I'd almost say that I like this more than Predator 1 as far as an actual movie.
Oh God, Nara.
But Predator 1's so iconic, it's hard for me not to put that higher.
And and once again, man, it becomes difficult when you take things out of context. We were kids at that point, right?
Yeah.
And so seeing something like the Predator when you're that young, oh my God, it's mind blowing.
But this movie is only about the hunt.
Absolutely.
It's not about
every direction
else.
Nope.
Yeah.
Every other movie gets caught up in its own shit that's going on. Which the first Predator, there was a reason for it. They're trying to throw you off.
Well, the first movie was like
it's
think
Commando, and then all of a sudden it's like, this is not Commando.
Well, and that's
no
the
legacy.
thing. It's kind of a deconstruction and a satire of that beefcake era type of movie.
It's hard. It's hard to. I don't know if I believe you on that.
I wouldn't say
right, because it's just a beefcake movie with an alien in it. It's not.
There's a little bit more nuance to it.
Predator 1?
Yeah, really.
There's not.
There's no nuance to Predator 1.
What's the nuance? Where's the nuance?
The nuance is in that grip, baby.
That's
where the nuance is.
It's about biceps and guns.
See, and I feel like this movie it gets all of the bullshit out of the way for what made other Predator movies weak.
Well,
right,
but
this is mainlighting Predator.
It reminds us that it's not about these guys being like some crazy interdimensional space traveler. They just hunt.
It's about the hunt. It's all about the hunt.
They're just
even before you introduce the Predator, it's all about the hunt. You know what I'm saying? Even with just Nara by herself,
it's
all about the hunt.
That's my whole point.
Why are you trying to hunt? Stop hunting all the time. And she's like, well, what the fuck? It's because you said I can't.
It's all about it.
Yeah, that's what we do. That's what I want to do.
Man, of course I can hunt.
Yeah.
You not see me make this scorpion tomahawk right here?
You know what I'm saying, dude?
Yeah.
Oh, she was making some
a rope dart tomahawk.
Right.
Fucking ridiculous. Yeah, my favorite scene in the whole movie, and it's simple, but it's just perfect, is the fly that lands on the Predator, and then the rat eats the fly, and then the snake eats the rat, and then the Predator fucking skins that bastard.
And to the point that the snake dropped the rat.
I know.
He saw the Predator. He's like, oh shit,
oh,
I gotta take you out. Pred gets bit.
And I like that too. Throughout the whole movie, almost everything gets a lick in on Predator.
Absolutely.
You know he's a mediocre Predator.
Nah, dude, he's a young blood.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
That's the way to put it.
He's a low tier predator. That's why he doesn't have a shoulder cannon.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You get that when you rank up. And so this is just proving grounds for him.
Yeah.
The same way for Nara, it was her proving.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
It mirrors their story.
Exactly.
Like there's like a cyclical nature to everything. And she even says that early on. The whole or maybe it's her brother that says it. Like the whole
his fine ass.
Yeah.
I ain't even gay. I'll tell you, I ain't even gay, but that's a beautiful man.
He loves loves it.
I'm just saying, dude. I saw him
Yep.
like, ooh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hello.
And he was a beast.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a
He
beast.
was a
He's totally
beast, dude.
Yeah, and real clear-headed throughout the whole movie too.
Absolutely. Never like shutting his sister down. Super
No.
compassionate to
Yeah.
her. You know what I'm saying? He's like, like
He gets it.
He
Uh-huh.
But reality's reality at the
Right.
same time, right? Especially when he becomes war chief. But every time he's not just like, oh, I told you to go home.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, well, we're hunting.
But he also says to her, this was the thing I was trying to remember, is that he says something along the lines of like, "Are you ready to be hunted by the thing you are hunting?"
Yeah.
You know. And I mean that's it.
Changes
that's
everything.
The whole thing,
you know
right?
what I'm saying? It's not you trying to take down a deer anymore. Like this thing's coming for you.
They do a couple of things in this movie that subvert your expectations of watching previous Predator films.
Mud.
The mud.
The
The
mud.
mud totally subverts you because you're like, oh hell yeah, she's got that mud on her. We know how this goes.
Exactly.
Doesn't even
had
use
nothing
it.
to do with
Yeah.
anything.
No,
Next thing you know, she's clean.
just muddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the whole thing. It's a callback, right? It's just
Right.
like, okay, but you don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So
No,
that
it's
was
a
so smart.
completely different gimmick to figure it out, right? And it's something natural from them that they set up earlier. They did
Right.
such a good job of setting up every problem earlier on that then you see it later. The traps that the French, trappers are laying down,
Yeah.
like that kind of thing. It gets
I did like how she used the trap on the
right.
That was,
I know.
That was dope
That
as
was
Right.
fuck.
I mean, because it hit her dog. It hit her, and then she was like, "Well, fuck this! I'm using this against this guy."
Absolutely.
Like
These traps
it's-
are beast mode.
Yeah.
And then honorable mention to Sorry, man. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
When
Dog.
I first saw Sorry, I cried because she looked so much like Ori.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was my dog. She passed away a few years ago. But that dog, she had a fluffier tail. but Sorry does. She like at every turn, I'm just like, she looks like a male version of Ori. And it was just like fucking with me,
Yeah.
because she was so smart on it. And then honestly, like just looking at Sorry and her interaction with Nara, I was just like, man, is that actually her dog? Because the way that Sorry was like moving around her,
Yeah. It was.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
it was very much like that dog is super familiar with
Yeah.
her. You know what I'm saying? How they'll almost trip you up, just trying to run around your legs and everything because they
That'd
just
be
love
ridiculous if she came in for casting and she was like, "So me and the dog are trying."
you. You never know. I mean, seriously, in a lot of cases, that's what ended up happening with Game of Thrones. But they ended up adopting. Most of them adopted their dire wolves. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
yeah.
Like I think Sadie still has hers.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Macy Williams kept hers too. I think she did.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's like that was the best dog ever. Like when she's running from the bear,
It was a good dog.
and then Sorry just like baits the bear away.
Oh.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like a G. Like
Dude.
I'm faster than you. Come on, let's go this way. But then
And
Sorry comes
starts trying to
back.
put the arrows on
Well,
her.
right.
Because
Well, she
I
has to
love
fix
that.
her drawstring.
Right, exactly.
Right? And then Sorry starts running back, and she's like, "Oh, good, you're safe, you're coming back." Sorry ran right past her.
Right.
Sorry's like, "Nah, there's something else coming this way.
need to run."
Fuck that. You need to go." And so she takes that one shot at the bear, and then enter Pred, and that scene was dope.
Dude,
That
When
looked
she's
really
in
good.
the bramble and the bear's trying to like chomp at her and get to her.
When she's in the
So
beaver
well
dam.
shot. Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
yes.
a beaver dam. She
Yeah.
swims up underneath it and gets up in the fucking
yes.
beaver dam.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's a G move too. That's
Yes.
some shit that like you don't think of.
Well, because that's the whole thing about her
Yeah.
character is that she's not very good in a straight up 1-to-1 fight. She has to be crafty.
She is
That's
very
the whole
crafty.
thing, but
though.
she is super crafty,
Yeah.
and she's able to keep a level head at all times.
Yeah.
They show you that when she's stuck in that mud,
Yeah.
even when she's like, "Oh fuck, like this could be it."
She knows what she has to
Clear
do.
head, dude. Clear head.
Yeah.
She puts that puts the axe into the mud, has to rip it out of the mud in order to throw it that one last time for a chance at survival, and she does it, man. It's like, I don't know, Nara was amazing.
So to get back to maybe not the beginning of the movie, but just the idea of what we were talking about here. So we watched the Comanche version.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
How'd you guys feel about the Comanche dub?
It was the proper way to watch the movie. I think it's kind of weird initially because it
I
is
think
a
you
dub.
can, I think you could watch it either way and come out with pretty much the same
I
feeling.
I
wish I would have watched the theatrical version
Yeah.
as well. I wish I could have watched the theatrical version as well for an actual comparison, but I don't feel like other than making it I guess a little bit more period accurate, which
Yeah.
And again, this is just me. I'm willing to suspend my disbelief.
I mean, but
for
you
certain
like
things.
anime dubs as well. Like you
right,
like English
right.
dubs.
I mean, I'll watch sub and dub. I don't really care, and there are dubs that because I mean, I watch a lot of dubs just because I think they're funny.
Yeah,
But
I think this one has a lot more weight
tone.
to it, though.
I think it changes the tone of the movie, like, or even when in anime, it's another reason why I prefer sub to dub in most cases, because like as far as inflections, as far as it can really shift the tone
Right.
of what you're watching.
Which
and
this one is dubbed by the
also-
actors that you see on
Right.
screen, so it's a little
Yeah.
bit different.
And
they
I-
just matched their tone.
And
Exactly.
I see
Yeah.
what
Right?
and I
And
see what
then-
you're saying, but at the same time, I'm coming from the place of, well, if it's a good movie, it's going to be a good movie, whether it's sub or dub.
Well, I don't know, but it's like
You
it's
know?
like a good song, right? You can like
Yeah.
a J-pop song or a Japanese rock song and not know what the fuck they're talking about.
Right.
But sometimes once you know what somebody's
it
talking about,
translates,
once you
yeah.
translate it, you can ruin that thing for yourself.
True.
Right?
And I
You
also
know?
have a big, just respect for the language that you're seeing on screen being representative of
Right.
what
Right.
especially the
thing is.
Comanche Nation.
Yeah,
Let's go.
because that's a big deal with this.
Yes.
Is even beyond what we personally feel about the way the dub is.
Right.
Like this is a big fucking deal.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
it's huge.
There's not another movie. Period. That's been done like this.
Right.
That they actually took the real native language and overdubbed it over
And
the
it's
top
actually a
with
beautiful
those,
language.
Absolutely,
You know,
yeah.
one would imagine, and that's the funniest thing, man. You think about Comanches, and for a lot of us, when we think about Native Americans, we think about a lot of these tribes from a very modern Americanized perspective.
Yeah.
You know, you think of Comanche and like, oh, they're savages. They barely had a language at all.
Yeah.
You know, we know them from their screaming.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
That's all that most people know, and it's like, no, when you actually get to hear their language. It's a beautiful language.
Subtle and
man.
nuanced and
Absolutely.
yeah, absolutely
And
beautiful.
they're compassionate people. They're not just a warring tribe. You know, they're very good at combat.
Yeah.
You know, but that's because they're prize hunters. You
Yep.
know, they're going to
Everybody had to
survive,
be,
live
right?
off the land. Yeah, man. And so, which was another reason why all those buffalo were being killed, because that was a strategy in America. What is it? Kill one buffalo, then you kill like 10 Indians, you know what I'm saying? So, because you're taking food, you're taking shelter from them, you're taking
Damn,
clothing from
yeah.
them. So that's why they would just raise all of these buffalo to the ground. Just
Yeah.
kill all of them, and then you don't have to worry so much about the
You
humans.
know, there's also another thing about this. Is it's amazing that we have a movie about indigenous people where the main character is actually one of them.
Right?
Yeah, there you go.
Every
This
fucking
isn't the
time.
last of the Mohicans.
This isn't
Right.
the last samurai. This
Right.
isn't all these where it's like oh yeah, look at this culture and the white dude that helped them all out.
Exactly.
It's like,
Dances
Exactly.
with
Even-
wolves.
even
Yeah.
Triple R
which don't
wasn't
get me wrong,
safe.
I like all those movies. And
Right.
not no hate on that, but at the same time, like this is actually from a perspective that we don't get.
Right.
You know?
And so, like, I to answer your question,
Yeah.
I do feel like my experience was made more unique
Yeah.
and more rewarding for me to be able to hear their native language.
It's on the same level with me as like Apocalypto or like that kind of thing. How it
just
draws you in.
to the piece.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm glad it exists, and I
Yeah.
understand its importance.
Yeah.
It's just like, for me, again, it's just like, I don't think I was as blown away by this movie as you guys were. I thought it was fine. I thought it was fine. I thought it did what it was supposed to do. It
Yeah.
came in. It was lean. They came in.
It's-
It did what it was supposed to,
Well,
and
it's
then
a
it got
Predator
out of the
movie,
fucking
right?
way.
Yeah.
It's a
you
Predator
know?
movie. Predator movies can really get caught up on themselves.
Well, they can get caught
and-
up in the minutia and the lore and trying to make the Predator into a goddamn good guy,
And
which
this
has
isn't-
always been a
Well,
bad
I mean,
idea.
well, but
You
the
know?
Predator isn't a villain. They're just hunters.
that's the
You
thing
know, that's
too.
the
Is
thing.
Predator isn't a bad guy
Because
either.
did you watch?
He's just a guy.
He's just
a
a big game hunter. He's
That's
a
it.
fucking
At the end
asshole.
of the
Like-
Well, I mean, only if he feels threatened, right? Like that's the
Yeah.
whole thing. It's
Yeah,
like,
because I
he
mean,
just
like
wants to
with
be
her,
Apex.
if she's not trying to attack him, I mean, predators have always shown that line as far as like they want honorable combat.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
you know,
it,
if the thing I'm hunting can't also kill me, then why would I try to
why
kill
would I
it?
try to kill it? You know
Right.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying, and that's why it was so interesting watching him kill his way up
Yeah.
to the apex.
Because what the bastards are the Frenchmen.
Frenchmen.
Yeah,
Those are the fucking
Because if you look at the Predator versus the Frenchman, you're like, oh, this wonderful.
they get tore the fuck up.
And rightfully so. Rightfully so.
Dude.
One of them straight looks like Ryan Reynolds.
He does.
You saw that guy?
I did. Yeah, but I mean, that is interesting because those are the true villains of the movie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, the Predator's not the villain.
Oh,
He's strong as fuck. Don't get me wrong.
just
but
an obstacle.
he's not the villain.
Yeah.
Did y'all watch the ending credits?
Yes.
I didn't realize.
Yes.
You saw that?
No.
Yes. Okay.
No.
They have a what are they called?
Animatic?
Petroglyphs.
Sure.
Oh yeah. I watched that.
Of the thing, did you see the spaceships
Yeah,
roll
yeah,
in at the
yeah,
end?
yeah. Okay, that's what you're talking
because
about.
I mean, there are a couple of Easter eggs in this. One is
The pistol.
If it bleeds, we can kill it. The other is the pistol. Right? 'Cause
Well,
that's the same
that's
pistol
not a
from
pistol.
Predator
That'd
2.
be a hand.
Flintlock.
Whatever.
It's a flintlock.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the second whatever from Predator 2.
From Predator 2, yeah.
And so now it's a matter of
Danny Glover.
Yeah, right. So it's like, how did the Predators get that back? So it's like it's a matter of, did those three ships, were they coming to salute her for taking down the Predator, because they are known to do that? They'll
Absolutely.
do that.
Yeah.
Or are they coming for? They don't come for vengeance.
They really don't.
That's
No.
not their
If one of their
MO.
people get took down.
Yeah.
Like,
He
they're just
deserved
like,
that.
hey man,
Yeah.
Yep.
he
won.
lost.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
You
Sucks
won.
for you,
He had
brah.
every cheat code activated.
That's right.
This was your chance to prove yourself, and you didn't.
Yeah.
You know,
right?
Yeah.
And
Well,
so-
and you're also seeing, like, I did think it was interesting that you're seeing a more primitive version of
The Predator?
of the Predator.
Well, I mean,
See,
yeah.
to
a degree.
What,
To a degree.
No, like I said, I
Once
mean, like
again,
it's not
it's
like
his
none
rank.
of.
It's
Well,
his rank. He
well,
doesn't
also
have
none of his stuff is as like advanced as even the Predator 1.
Right.
No,
Well,
I
he had a
mean,
repurposed
I think all of his
There were
basic stuff's the
aspects-
same.
Well, I mean, he
You
didn't
know?
have his discs. He didn't have, but the reason is, if he would have come back successful, if he would have come back and gotten all those
Right.
skulls,
They gave him-
then
they-
he would have
then they give him
ranked
the
up.
discs.
He'd get his disc. He'd get his shoulder
get the-
cannons.
yeah,
He would get all of
yeah.
his shit. He'd get
'Cause
his
he
armor.
had-
Well,
he'd
the
get
way
his
I-
best guard.
different things.
You know, he didn't earn his best guard.
Again,
Yeah.
the way
Yeah.
that I took it was not even like and again, the ranking could factor into this, but like Predators have been seen to evolve technology and to evolve themselves in these movies. So if you're talking about this is a prequel to every other Predator,
What,
what
200
made it
years?
interesting to
Yeah,
me
200-300
was,
years.
oh, this is like proto the stuff that we get later on. You know,
I
he
guess-
doesn't
I guess
have
the
the
way I'm
kill
seeing it,
kill.
is
He
that-
doesn't. Yeah.
But the Utah are like 300 years
Okay.
to a Utah civilization probably
Isn't-
doesn't produce
probably
all that
isn't
much.
It's a blink.
But
Yeah.
still.
Okay. Scoot. Here's all you need. Look at the ships.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good
They
point.
cloak. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
they've got the technology.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Because I mean,
It's-
he still has his self-destruct sequence.
Uh-huh.
He still has thermal vision.
Yeah.
He still
Well,
has
his
the same.
self-destruct
But
sequence
Yeah,
isn't even
'cause-
the same.
and again, and I'm
his
not
is
even-
on a lower scale.
Right.
You
It was
know?
smaller,
It
yeah.
was much
Yeah.
smaller
Mhm.
scale. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, the problem is that he's a fledgling. He's a baby.
Yeah.
You know
Well,
what
I
I'm saying?
mean,
That's the
I
thing.
feel
He
like you
doesn't-
can take it either way, and
I
either
feel
way,
like-
it still
I
makes
feel like,
it interesting.
I feel like one way is presented if you don't know lore of the Predator lore. It's like if you don't know the lore, it's like, okay, yeah, it's a prequel, so it makes sense. He's fighting with more primitive weaponry. If you do know the lore, then it's like it makes sense because it's like, oh no, he's just not there yet. You know.
Well, and I don't think
because
that
once
either
again,
way is necessarily
they got-
a wrong
they got
way to look at it.
cloaking ships. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, if you got cloaking ships, you don't have to wear bone. You know what I'm saying? He had a repurposed bone mask on.
I thought that was just because it looked cool.
It looked cool.
I didn't
as
think it was
fuck.
like a more primitive one. I was
Even
just
though
like,
his
a dope
eyes
mask.
his eyes were really kind of odd in this one.
Well,
they
the
were
head shape was
very
different.
large. Yeah.
Yeah.
His eyes were super big.
Mhm.
Mouth shape was different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the Predator design completely was different.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
but I
know?
mean, we know there are different types of them.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
Well,
different
and
stations.
if you take and if you take the whole Predators, like evolve themselves,
Yeah.
constantly.
Yeah.
Again, it goes back to the whole thing. It was just like you're probably looking at a more primitive version of that.
We agree to disagree.
Yeah.
I
And
truly
either way, I
believe-
don't think it's,
truly believe-
again,
because it was
like I
really
said, I
like this
don't
was
think
what
it's bad.
17, 18, and Predator.
Something like that.
Yeah, and Predator 1 was 1981. You know, and
Yeah.
so for a spacefaring race like you're
Yeah,
saying,
like
that's
300 years, you know?
That's not that significant of an amount of time. Now, of course, from warring with other civilizations, because clearly they do take from the people, and tactically as well, they take from their prey, that they've actually victored over. But I don't know where the fuck, unless they went and started wiping out some goddamn Mandalorians.
That they'd get some of that technology
right,
from.
yeah.
Because I mean that's actually a good way to look at it too, is to think about that. As far as in that universe, the Alien, Predator, all that universe, the Yutai are the most technologically advanced species that we've seen.
Right.
You know,
which is why the xenomorphs are like the only real threat to them as a,
because they're the most biologically advanced
exactly.
species.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
And we're stuck in the middle.
That skull that he was wearing looks like it might have been from a xenomorph. It's like I
I don't
can't
know
tell
if I'd go
where
that far.
Where it may have come from. It might have killed a baby.
It was another predator that he
maybe.
beat the fuck out of.
Maybe, dude. I mean, who's to say? There's a lot to speculate about.
Yeah.
Or there's not, right? So
because I actually think that I actually think that that's the thing, is that like I bet a lot of those details aren't as concrete as we want them to be. You know what I mean?
No.
It's just like
it still exists within that and within the lore, but I think it does give you the potential to have a conversation no matter what amount of information about Predator lore you have. So I mean, even if you don't know anything about like anything about Predator outside of seeing the first movie, then you can still take something away from this and be satisfied. But if you do know more, then it's just like, okay, it still makes sense. This dude had organic cloaking. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, okay, well, this shit isn't even tied to a device. Like, you're just built like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? But anyway, whatever. Fuck that.
Yeah. So, do we explain the movie? How are we?
I mean, we can. I think we've already.
I think you've already pretty much explained it.
Because I mean, that's the thing.
It's a
like,
very
it's
lean,
a very
tight movie.
Simple, Yes, but I do enjoy the return to that more ninja style Predator, because even her, like how when she's running, she would like, in order to change direction, like kick off of trees and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, she slides so many times in this movie.
Yes, she does.
Yeah.
Yes, she does. Dude, she's a killer. She would be a great Senua. If there was a if there was a Hellblade, dude, she would be the perfect Senua.
Hell yeah.
What's her name? Amber Mid-Thunder. Mid-Thunder.
Yeah, she's badass.
She is badass, dude. But yeah, and then Dakota Beavers, that's Tabe. The Predator was
Beavers.
Lee
What up, Beavers?
What up, Beavers? I got a friend named William Beaver. We call him Beav. Come on, dude. Shout out to Beav. But no, I mean, I think she killed it. But it's like, after Predator 1, Predators really started becoming more of this hulking, menacing, kind of like Jason-esque.
Yeah, which
figure.
I don't like.
I don't either.
No, I don't like the more. I like a leaner Predator.
Right, like it's a different class of Predator. Those are the Predator warriors, and there's another name for them instead of just the hunters. Because that first Predator was like super lean, not so tanky, and this is kind of a return to form in that way. Yep. Which I thought was really, really cool.
Yeah. Again, I like all the animal fights. When he fucking throws the bear,
dude.
I was like,
that's too much.
That's too much, dude.
And just like,
and just
blood's raining down on him.
Yeah, but dude, the bear came at him and he like grabbed it in midair and slung him back around. Like, a bear.
Like it was nothing.
Boy, Yeah, I love the way that like the whole mountain lion fight sequence too.
Yeah,
like,
that was
was
cool.
hot, dude.
It was. That was a strong ass branch that she was on.
For real?
Yeah, that thing was sturdy, boy.
That first dude got snatched. He just gone talking shit, got snatched.
That shit, dude. That's so good. That's so good. And so I mean, really, it is. It's difficult to have a long conversation about this movie. Just how cool
if you want to see Predators do more stuff, watch this movie. I mean, it's that simple. Yeah.
Right.
If you like period pieces, if
you want Predator to be cool again, not like the Predator.
Yeah.
I did also really respect how she, when she found the leader of the Frenchmen, she was just like, "You're not even gonna see me kill you."
Oh,
he won't
totally.
You know?
Oh yeah, she was
like knocked him out and like cut his leg off. Yeah, gave him an empty gun.
with that weird thing.
Because she just she downloads information so fast, man. You know, she's sitting here. Of course, the flowers that'll keep their temperature down. That was foreshadowing. Knew immediately when you saw it earlier what was going to happen.
Yep.
But like when she's sitting there and she gets that information, she's like, oh God, he doesn't see him because his blood temperature is lowered. And she's just like scheming, just putting together this plot this entire
time. She processes information really
Bro,
that's another one that's good too.
Gamey.
Is that when she goes out with the first hunting party because they're trying to find the guy that got snatched by the mountain lion in the first place, and then the guy
you doubt the whole time, like, was it a mountain lion?
Right. But it is. It is. It actually is. It's a big one too. But like she first comes up to the party and the guy's like, why are you coming with us? We don't need a cook. Let's go back home, basically. And she's like, yeah, fuck off. I'm coming anyway.
Right.
And then when she gets there, she's the one that treats the guy.
Right. Well,
and then later they even say, he's like, the only reason he lived is because of your medicine.
Right. Right. Well, that's what Tabe even said too, that the guy that was like, we don't need a cook. He was like, well, she's coming with us, but she can definitely heal him when we get there.
That's right.
Give him medical treatment. And so once again, just being that supportive brother, he's like, I know she wants to come. She's not going to take no for an answer.
Yeah, absolutely. I just got to convince these guys at least to get off her case a little bit.
Exactly, right? I respect my sister, which is dope as fuck. And then also one point to really mention that was just really cool to me was how, firstly, she is a crack shot with that fucking tomahawk. Like, she is accurate as fuck, but she's over there trying to hunt the rabbits, and she keeps missing. And she's fast.
Yeah.
And she's really fast. She, like, throws, runs, picks it up. Throws, runs, pick it up. And then it's like, fuck. And this tells you everything about her ingenuity on the spot. Early on in the movie, it's like, how can I get better at this? I'm tie a rope to this motherfucker, right? Swing it out there, boom, yank it back, boom, boom. Comes back with like a haul of rabbits. I'm just like, dude, that's so fucking clean. That's so clean, And so I was just really impressed with how well written her character was. It could have been like very easily been super trite, and they managed to avoid that pitfall.
Absolutely.
And now we got a cool female role model for some people.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, I can't think of a recent Native American period piece. You know what I mean? And I've always loved the older ones. I mean, like you mentioned, Dance with the Wolves. That's always been one of my favorite movies. But it's been a while since we've had something like that.
It can be a tightrope walk making a movie like that. You know what I'm saying? If you're not,
we got a visitor.
If you're not doing it from the perspective,
is it raining?
Why are you wet? You look wet. It's still raining. Oh. Enter the Nana.
Right.
With Nala. Anyway, but it's like if somebody's gonna like make that film, it needs to be somebody that's from one of those tribes, I'd say.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nana.
Yeah.
Hey, little Nana.
I guess that's.
Can you?
Is there anything else to say about this?
Come here, girl.
I'm just saying, I think they did a really good job of hitting the authenticity mark on this one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which a lot of films they either lean too heavy in the, we're trying to tell a story that people know when it comes to this type of period movie, or like lean on historical figures or some kind of shit like that.
Yeah.
And instead they just did their research, set everything up in a way that made sense.
Yeah.
And gave us, like you said, like a lean experience.
Yeah.
That to me, this seriously is
an hour and 40 with credits.
Right.
Yeah.
This to me is the most pure Predator movie because it is all about the hunt. It's just
how that looks like from there.
Which that? This? The Tesseract?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
You like our Tesseract?
That's how we move through time and space.
That's right.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
Why is your hair so wet?
Well,
because it's raining.
Hey, did you watch Predators? Have you ever seen a Predator movie, Nana?
I have seen one of them.
You saw a little bit of Prey last night.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Which one did you see before that? Had you seen any of them before that?
No, that was the only one.
Really? Was it interesting to you? Did it look scary?
Weren't you saying that this was probably the only one that you would actually let her watch?
Yeah, because it wasn't full of grown men saying foul stuff the whole time.
There's that part. And then honestly, it's not really about the violence.
It's not. It like the violence is actually really subdued in this one comparatively.
It's funny.
You
Isn't
know?
that weird that we haven't even really talked about the violence per se.
Yeah.
There have been some moments.
Because they didn't overly do it in this one.
Right. Because,
you know?
I mean, really, we definitely needed to address the fact
collar.
that you made her a collar. Oh, that's a cute collar.
Yeah.
I think she might be choking. No, she looks great. But no. Okay, firstly, the arrogance of the Predators. Okay?
Yeah, totally.
Because that's the whole thing. With them knowing that they have every cheat code activated,
Yeah.
then
They step in like a boss, acting like nobody can
Right.
touch me.
Nobody
you know?
can touch me. You know exactly. I'll cloak. You know what I'm saying? Like when Tabe was just
Yeah.
like cheater.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like because he was holding it
That was
down,
good.
dude.
Yeah.
He was holding it down.
Yeah.
He's like, oh my god. I'm like, this dude could actually win this.
Yeah,
But Brad's like, well, I brought
Yep.
codes. I
Yep.
brought codes. But you know, due to that bravado, that's what led to the Predator cutting off his own arm. You remember
Yeah.
when he took that shield and he stabbed his. That scene by itself was dope. How he kicked off of one tree, lunged at her, and then got his claws stuck in the other tree.
the rock.
So she circled around him and started attacking him. He used the shield.
Uh-huh.
Accidentally cuts his own arm off.
Uh-huh.
You know, super sick. Do you know that shield was inspired by God of War?
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa. Yeah, that
It's
totally
called the
makes
Spartan
sense.
shield.
Yeah.
It was inspired by God of War.
Okay.
I think also her trick with her tomahawk. Also, because you remember
Okay.
on God of War how his axe returns to his
Yeah,
hand?
yeah,
Yeah.
Same thing. It's like, how do I make Mjolnir make sense?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, a rope.
So-
That's
Yeah,
right?
right.
Right? I mean, she's Comanche. That makes sense.
Yeah.
It works.
Uh-huh. And she whipped that rope out too. She,
Oh,
yeah,
she
yeah,
just
man. She
made
bumped
it
the rope
herself.
out.
Yeah, well, it's the same way when the guy got injured when they found him after he'd been mauled by the
Oh,
mountain
and they
lion.
make that fucking like gurney.
They
or
got to
whatever.
work.
Yeah,
They
dude.
got to work. And the coolest thing about it
Yeah.
is, by the time they had it all put together, it was later on in the day. Like they considered the whole thing. It's like, okay, this is gonna be a process. Everyone's working
think
together on it.
that-
They went
that's-
ahead and worked so he doesn't get more beat up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because he was in a bad place. He was
Do you
in a bad
remember when
way.
they did that? When they had to carry
Oh,
the
you saw
guy?
that part?
Yeah, and I also saw when she hit her head on the rock. Remember?
Oh, she hit her head on the rock.
Yeah,
Totally.
she got KO'd by gravity.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Gravity was like down.
Gravity's a mofo.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And I
That
also,
tiger was like dead.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, after Tabe got to it, and then I loved how the
I
Frenchman
like
came. I know I play with it all the time. The Frenchman came and threw the net over the Predator. Right.
Oh.
Dude just stood up. He just casually stood up.
Yeah, he was like, "What?"
And threw out his own
and
net.
Showed them what a net is.
What an
you know?
actual. Let me show you what an actual net is.
Dude, and even that, like most of that happened like off camera, except for
Yeah.
the Gibbs coming raining
Uh-huh.
down.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna play
Give
that
Jib.
corn
What's
game again.
I think
Yeah,
it's
but which
jib, like giblet.
Corn game.
Yeah.
Corn game.
Yeah.
What corn game?
Corn
Remember when we hid?
is corn.
It's corn. Look, man, everybody look up. There's a video on YouTube. It's called the CEO of Corn.
He
Wow.
was the CEO,
That's
wasn't he?
what they
Yeah.
call the video, man.
CEO of
Watch
Corn.
it. Oh, that's a good prayer. That's nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's very nice.
Well, we
I think that's it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Scott's been trying to wrap this up for a long time.
He's been trying to.
I've been trying, letting you guys go, man.
Remember,
I don't have any strong feelings about this
What is
movie
it to
one way
say?
or another. That's
Oh,
just kind of how I
it's been in
feel
your
about it.
mouth.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. Worth a watch.
It's fun. It's just dumb fun.
Yeah.
Not every movie has to be some kind of epic. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like, it's just.
No,
it's
I
just
agree.
Fun.
Agree. It's a
And-
nice little popcorn flick.
And respect to the Comanche Nation. How
Absolutely.
about that?
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
What are you trying to say?
What are you trying to say, Nana?
What do you mean? Yeah.
Oh, she just wants to smile.
Okay.
Well, sing a song, Nana. Sing us out. What's your favorite song? Sing it.
Thank.
No.
You don't know any songs.
All right, guys. Thank you
You're
so
gonna
much
sing like Happy Birthday.
for
Can
hanging
you say
out
bye
with
to
us.
everybody?
Please like, share, subscribe. Check us out on YouTube, Spotify, and anywhere else you like to listen to podcasts. Trey, your Power of GraeSacle
I am.
on Twitch, and your GraeSacle on YouTube.
GraeScale on YouTube.
Phil,
with
you
capital
are
G, capital
Lentarg.
S.
On places.
Places.
Mhm.
And I am LazerPunch at Places. Link trees.
And that is Nana.
That is Nana.
She's so cute.
Link trees in the description, and we'll see you next week. What are we doing, Mad God?
Maybe.
Do
We
you
could
think it's time for
maybe
KGF?
Maybe KGF 2.
Maybe it's time for KGF.
Maybe. I don't know. We got some things.
We got some
But we'll be
options.
back next week with a
That's
film.
right. And
Maybe
we
if
will
you
be
hit
back.
that bell, you'll
That's
know about
right.
it too.
Hit the bells and shit. But we will also be back later tonight playing some Melty. Checking out them new
Yes.
characters.
Oh,
so
man.
please join us for that. And we will see you guys next time. Goodbye. Bye.
Goodbye.
No.